GRWM, it's your girl Young Africana back at it again with another video. Today I'll be showing you guys how I installed this braided wig. This wig was braided by a good friend of mine. Her name is It's Immaculate on Instagram. Go ahead and check her out. Show her some love. Send her your full lace wigs and she will braid it up beautifully. Look at it. It's immaculate. So go ahead and check her out. I'll leave her information down in the description box below. But yeah, you guys, I'm gonna show you guys how I achieved this beautiful look. Yeah, y'all hear my beads jangling and stuff, but I do got some cute beads at the ends. So I do have 6 beads on each braid. She went ahead and put on 6 beads on each braid, and these are like the clear jumbo beads. Y'all can see my nails is done too. Come on, y'all. Just a heads up, I am not gang affiliated, you guys. This was simply for a collaboration that I did on Instagram. So go ahead and check out the collab that I did with these beautiful melanin mommies. We are trying to pay tribute to Nipsey Hussle for what he stood for in the black community, as well as I feel like black women, we are the blueprint, because the creativity starts with us and we are the blueprint. So there were like different messages behind what I did. But yeah, you guys, it came out beautiful. I'm super duper hyped. I did something a little bit different with my makeup, and I added some rhinestones just because I wanted to be a little bit different. And yeah, I thought it came out really cute. So if you guys want to see how I achieved this look, then keep on watching. But before you go ahead and move on, if you have not subscribed to me, I don't know why you have not done it. You're losing your edges. If you want to save your edges, go ahead and subscribe to me. It's good for the algorithm and your edges, okay? But anyways, if you guys want to see how I achieve this look, then keep on watching. So going straight into watercoloring, I'll be using my Kiss Color semi-permanent dye in the color Blue Moonlight. Altogether, I went ahead and used 2 bottles, but I just used a bottle each for each round, and I'm using a bucket of warm water, and I'm just mixing the dye until you don't see any dye flying around. And this hair is a full lace wig. I have it in 14 inches, and I went ahead and sent it to It's Immaculate so she could go ahead and braid it, but I did color it myself. And what I'm doing right now is I'm just dipping the hair, and you want to continuously dip the hair until you get the color payoff that you want. So when I'm dipping it, I like to dip it and then I like to comb through it just to make sure that there are no patchiness of blonde peeking through the hair. And you guys, this lace is super thin, and I didn't protect the knots this time. I was kind of lazy a little bit, I'm not gonna lie, considering it's a full lace and I have to do that all around. But it worked out in my favor and it still came out good, and the lace did not tint. So now on to the ball cap method. I went ahead and put on a wig cap that's like near my skin tone. It's a bit lighter than me, so I'm going to go in with foundation later on. But right now I'm just cutting open my ear tabs just so my ears can breathe and peek through it. And I feel like this overall just gives it a seamless install when you are tacking down your ball cap. Now onto the foundation. I'm using my foundation shade that I will usually use on my face, and I'm just going to go ahead and apply that all over the wig cap. And now I'll be going into my Bold Hold liquid gold, and I'm just going to go ahead and use that around the perimeter of my wig cap so we can tack it down and it is nice and laid. Now while I let that dry, I went ahead and just sewed down the back of the cap just so that it won't move. But right now what I'm doing is I'm cutting sections into my wig cap so I can use my eyebrow razor to cut it off. And I like to go in sections just so that my wig cap doesn't shift around. And you want to make sure that you're cutting this when it's completely dry. So if you want to use your blow dryer on warm just to make sure that the gel is completely dry around your perimeter, go ahead and do so. So now I'll be using my eyebrow razor, and I'm just going to go ahead and cut around the perimeter. I'm like gently tugging at the wig cap, trying to push it back just to see where the gel is at, and then I'm using my eyebrow razor really close to it so that there's no excess wig cap lingering around when I'm cutting it, so it's nice and seamless. So now that that's done, on to the install. As you guys can see, this is the wig that we are working with, y'all. And I'm gonna go ahead and take my foundation and I'm gonna apply that all over the wig and the lace, you guys. You wanna make sure that it's pretty saturated. And I noticed that there was a section of the wig that like on the inner side, it won't take to the foundation. So I have to go in manually with like a small shader brush and my foundation, and I'm just gonna go ahead and just kind of like carve out the boxes, as you guys can see, to the best of my ability. I tried, but yeah, you guys, I guess this is how like full lace wigs are made in general. And as you guys can see, it's looking pretty good. You can still see the little bit of the whiteness, but it's better than having it white completely. So now on to the wig. I'm gonna go ahead and cut off the ear tabs. I want to make sure that it fits nice and snug around my ear before we go on to the install. Then I'll be taking my 91% alcohol and I'm just gonna go ahead and rub my forehead just to make sure that there are no ducts or oils on my head. You want to make sure that you do this. I like to go in like 2 times doing this just to make sure, because you never know, but you just want to make sure that you do this so that your install can last the longest. And now I'll be taking my Erica J Hold Me Down Skin Guard, and I'm spraying that around the perimeter of my head before I go into the glue. And I'll be using the matching glue, which is her watermelon adhesive, and I'm gonna go ahead and use 2 layers. And I'm just going around the perimeter, and I'll be using my rat tail comb just to smooth out that glue. And you want to make sure that the glue dries completely before you add another layer. And again, like I said, I'm only doing 2 layers, you guys. Now that the second layer is completely dry, I'm gonna go ahead and just shift my wig, and I like to pull my wig right in front of the glue. You don't want to do it right on the glue because then you'll risk you having some glue residue when you're cutting off. So I like to push the wig in front just to kind of, for extra security. Prevention is better than cure, you guys. I'd rather me, go back in, do some detailing with some pieces of lace that I missed than to be cleaning up glue. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just kind of press that down. And you guys, look at my nails. My nails are so fire, but that's besides the point. I'm gonna go ahead and cut some slits into this bad boy, and we are on to cutting the lace. I'll be using my eyebrow razor just to cut, the perimeter of the wig. And as you guys can see, like, this lace is super thin. Excuse the little holes that are there. Yeah, this lace is super thin, so it kind of breaks easily. But yeah, come on, like, I see that scalp, y'all. But I'm going into detail, and I'm gonna do 2 layers, of course, and I'm just gonna keep on applying these layers or just trying to detail until all the lace is down and it is adhered to my head, okay? And I'm just using the teeth of my comb just to press down that lace into the glue so that it is nice and flat. And now I'm just going to go ahead and demonstrate to you guys one side. We're going to do the same thing, use our eyebrow razor and cut near the hairline. You want to make sure that you cut right near the hairline just so that that wig doesn't come off lacy. And then I'll be going into my detailing using the metal part of my rat tail comb, and we're just going to apply the 2 layers and then just tack it down. Alright, you guys, on to the melt. Now I'm using a new product for my melting process. I'm using my Fantasia Spritz, and this is the Mega Hold one. This is the Ultra Hold, the ultimate hold, you guys. It's the strongest hold. And I'm going to spray that around the perimeter of my hairline just so that this lace can melt, baby. Okay, we're trying to go for a scalpiana, you know, scalpecia, scalp who, wet lace type look. So this is the perfect product, and I do genuinely enjoy this product more than Got2b Free Spray. So if you're using Got2b Free Spray, throw that in the garbage, y'all. It ain't it. It's not. I promise you guys, this is what we're talking about. This is the product. And if you don't believe me, go ahead and buy some. I know, especially, no offense, but if you're black, you definitely have this somewhere in your linen, wherever you put your hair products, y'all. It's somewhere there. But yeah, I'm using my blow dryer, and I'm just blow drying it on warm heat just so that the spritz dry completely before I apply my melt belt. And this is just an elastic band, but you guys, yeah, I just use an elastic band. I kind of folded it in half, and I feel like this gives it more impact. I actually enjoy doing this now because my my elastic band is thick. But yeah, I like it, and it melts my hair. As y'all can see, we waited 15 minutes and boom. Y'all see that? Come on. Wet lace. Baby, wet lace. I'm over here enjoying myself a little too much doing this voiceover. But now onto the baby hairs. I like to go in sections, so I'm going to work on the middle first and then the sides, the same way I do the glue. And I'm going to go ahead and just cut the baby hairs with my razor comb, because why not? Hello. And I like to cut the middle a bit shorter than the sides. And then we're going to be using my Nairobi setting lotion and my baby hair comb, and we're going to swoop these baby hairs. We're going to swoop these things, okay? And today I went for some like exotic looking baby hairs. So if this is not your type of baby hairs, you could kind of skip this step and just do the regular baby hairs. And I do have a tutorial on how I just do regular baby hairs. So stay tuned. Stay tuned. Well, not even stay tuned. It's on my channel. Go ahead and check it out on my channel. I'll try to leave it in my description box below, because I be saying it and I don't be leaving it in my description box, and I'm so sorry, y'all. I be forgetting. But yeah, we're going for some, you know, our baby hairs. They're going to be in cursive today. They're going to be in cursive today. We're going to go ahead and, you know, just do some curly things and stuff, and it's going to come out real cute. I want it to be a little bit more on the exotic and extra side today. Now on to the makeup, you guys. I already did my eyebrows off camera, clearly. And now I'll be applying this little slit on my eyebrows. I wanted to, give, badass vibes, So yeah, I'm just applying the slit and I'm using my concealer, and I went ahead and used my setting powder just to kind of set that concealer in. But now on to moisturizing and priming. I'm using my Milk Hydro Primer and I'm applying that all over my face. Now on to concealing. I like to use my Dior Forever concealer in the color 7N, and I'm applying that just kind of like, I have like these dark lines on my nose and like this dark area around my mustache, so I like to cover that up because it's more on the orangey side, so I kind of use this as like an orange corrector. And I'm just using my Ulta Precision foundation brush, and I'm just gonna go ahead and pat that in. Now onto foundation. I am using my Huda Beauty Faux Filter foundation in the color Lava Cake. I believe this is the darkest shade, or second to darkest, one of them. But yeah, I'm applying that all over my face or whatever. And yeah, I'm using my smaller foundation brush just to kind of detail. And what I kind of do is I lift up my baby hairs a little bit just to catch those areas that I didn't catch, because I don't want to be looking two-tone. But only lift it up when you know for sure that your baby hairs are dry, okay? Do not lift it up if you know your baby hairs are still wet. That's a no-no. See, I'm just going in with the smaller foundation brush because clearly it could get into those creases and crevices. And yeah, onto concealer. I'm using my Tarte Shape Tape in the color Riche, and we're gonna apply that. I'm doing a new style of concealing today. I saw this on Instagram and I was like, let me try this out, because I guess this is the 2021 version of doing makeup now. We don't do the triangles anymore, which I feel like was kind of effective. But hey, it doesn't hurt to try something new and to, upgrade our routine. So yeah, I tried this and I actually thoroughly enjoyed it. It kind of gave me like a little facelift, if I know what I'm talking about. But yeah, I'm just applying that underneath my eyes, my mustache, my chin, and then my nose, where aka the T-zone. Now I'll be going into my Juvia's Place foundation stick in the color Congo as my contour. And now I'm gonna go ahead and blend in my concealer. And I'm starting off with like the mustache part first, and then I'm gonna do my eyes last because I kind of like that part to be the most opaque part of my face. So yeah, we're gonna do that. And I'm using my foundation brush just to kind of diffuse the concealer so it kind of mesh into the foundation. And then I'm just going to go ahead and blend that out with the concealer brush. Alright, now last but not least, I'm going to go ahead and just blend out my eyes. And I like to start outwards first before I start going in. And now I'll be diffusing my contour. I think I did that off camera, you guys, because I don't think I put that in here, but I'm going to diffuse that contour lines. And I put a little bit more concealer on the inner corners of my eyes just so I can have it a little bit more opaque. And now I'll be using my small Instapot brush just to buff out that contour. And now on to setting my face. I'll be using my Laura Mercier powder in the color medium deep. Now what I like to do is just, you know, press it in. We don't really bake like that no more, y'all. Baking is kind of like 2016, you know, but I'm not judging. Everybody has their own different method to their madness. But yeah, I don't bake anymore, so I'm just pressing that in with a damp beauty blender, and I'm just gonna, you know, apply that wherever I highlighted at. Now I'll be going into my Morphe That's Rich contour palette, and I'm using the darkest shade, which is the contour shade, and I'm just contouring my nose and also around the cheekbones where I had contoured at. But now onto eyeshadow. I'm using that same foundation stick from Juvia's Place, which is in the color Congo, and I'm applying that as my eye base for my eyeshadow. And I'm just going to go ahead and just kind of pat that in just to make sure that it's nice and dry. Not dry, but a little bit sticky. You want to make sure that it just kind of blended in well and it's not patchy. And then I'll be using my bronzer from Fenty Beauty in the color Mocha Mommy. And I'm applying that as my eyeshadow, you know, lid color. And I'm just going to go ahead and just kind of diffuse that upwards into my brow bone. And I went into this orange shade. It was from my LA Girl palette. I forgot what it was called, but I'll let y'all know if anything. But yeah, I just used that around my brow bone just so that it wasn't as harsh. And now onto eyeliner. I'm using my Essence eyeliner in the color Matte Black, and I'm going for a dramatic wing. Well, it's not that dramatic, but it's dramatic than the usual wing I do, because y'all know I love my little baby wings. But we're going for, you know, a young adult wing today, you know. But before I continued on, I went ahead and just pat off the foundation, well, the powder on my face, just because, yeah, I forgot to do that, and I was supposed to do that before the eyeliner, but y'all get the gist. Anyways, back to regular programming. We're gonna finish off that wing, and it's going to flutter into a nice young adult wing. But now on to blush. I am using Mocha Mommy as my blush, and I'm stamping my under eyes with like a black powder, black eyeshadow, you guys, my bad. And on to the rhinestones. I did get these rhinestones off of Amazon. They came in assorted sizes, so there's different sizes. But yeah, I'm just applying some rhinestones. I'm doing 3 underneath my eyes, and then 2 right at the, I guess, the creasing crevice of my eye. I don't know what to call that part, but y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all gonna see what I'm talking about. And I thought this was so cute. Definitely different from what I usually do, but nevertheless still cute. And I went ahead and applied some lashes off camera. But now onto the lips. I'm using a black lip liner from Italia. It's an Amazon brand, and I'm using the black. And then I'm going to go ahead and top it with a burgundy lip liner from the same brand. And then to top it off, I'll be using my NYX Butter Gloss in the color Tiramisu. And it just brings it together. Like, it's a look. It's a lip. Okay, not a look, but a lip. Now, I went ahead and combed out my baby hairs before I went ahead and set my face, which I don't get why I did that, but yeah, you guys, to each his own. Don't mind me. I'm just doing whatever. But I'm combing out my baby hairs because y'all know I don't like my baby hairs crusty and stiff. I like them a little fluffy, you know. So I'm going to go ahead and just cut them. No, not cut them. I'm going to go ahead and comb them out. And I'm just kind of shaping them in the process. And the braids were a little bit kind of like, you know, not crooked, but it kind of lost its shape. So I went in with my Nairobi setting lotion just to kind of reform its shape so it's nice and straight and it's not, you know, bending and stuff. There we go. Now I went in and used my Urban Decay All Nighter spray, and I'm spraying that all around my face, and then I'll be using my foundation brush just to pat that setting spray in so it sets in our face. And these are pretty much the finished results, you guys. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you did not. If you didn't, I don't know, what are you doing? Get it together. Come on. But yes, you guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Later.